Hello internets, this is BoneCarlos coming to you live with another quote-unquote weapons optimization guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the model 1887. It is unlocked at level 62 and it is a pump action or lever action shotgun with a 7 cartridge ammo capacity. Each cartridge does shoot out 8 pellets and each pellet does do 30 damage up close, 20 at a distance. So doing the math, it does have a potential to do 240 damage up close, 160 at a distance. As for the range, the damage does start to drop off at 7.5 meters and continues to do so up until 14 meters. The reload time is at about 0.65 seconds per shell. It is the fastest single shot reloading shotgun in the game by about 0.02 seconds, so not much of a difference. As for the intangibles, the iron sights are what they are. They're just a little blip at the end of the barrel, and the recoil is fairly manageable if you are aiming down the sights, but being a shotgun, you're not going to have the propensity to do so. You're not really going to be doing that in any shape, way, or form, really. Every once in a while you will, and if you do, you're going to be pleasantly surprised about how well it handles. What I was a bit surprised also is that it didn't really find a niche within the shotgun class. There are certain things that the models did do well compared to the other shotguns, but not so much that I could build an entire class around and say this is the best shotgun for this case. Anything the models can do, and another shotgun can do better. So what I ended up building a class around the models was just to have fun. So what I mean by fun is just to go out there, have your fun, shoot this, shoot that, die, not care about your KD ratio. If you're going to be using this class to try to get a great KD ratio, I would suggest against it. So the proficiency, it depends on what you use on your third perk, so I'm going to go into that a little bit later. What I ended up using was, for my secondary, I ended up using a launcher. Don't use an anti-air launcher, not a stinger or anything like that, but just a launcher that you can kill infantry units with. I did settle on the RPG, but a small is also a great secondary. A javelin is just for, you know, S&Gs. And the grenade launchers you could use at your own will. So just a launcher of some sort. Now you also want to use a tactical insertion with this class. Since what you're going to be doing is putting an attack insert next to an objective, next to a high traffic area, popping out, taking your shots, shooting your grenades or your rockets, blasting with your shotgun, dying, respawning, using the attack insert, and just rinsing and repeating. And believe me, it is great amount of fun, especially if you're trying to hold down an objective. Now, that's how the whole class was used. For my first perk, I ended up using sleight of hand, not really for the reload time, because the reload time is fairly high, but for the RPG that I was using for. Also, to be able to switch back and forth between your launcher and your shotgun is very, very quickly, and using a sleight of hand is that much better, and it's just that much more fun. Now, second perk, I ended up using quick draw. Now, why use quick draw if you're not going to be aiming down the sights with either of them? And that's just because of the attack insert. Quick Draw Pro, it lets you recover from your equipment usage that much faster, and the difference between a quick draw or attack insert without quick draw and attack insert with quick draw is huge, especially if you're in the thick of things and you're going to be trying to pop in there as quick as possible. You can use Assassin, but really I find the benefits of Quick Draw Pro with this particular class that much greater. Now for my third perk, like I said, it depends on what you're going to be using with your proficiency. So if you're going to be using steady aim, definitely use range. Steady aim, range. And that's just because the pellet spread is so low that with using steady aim, you're going to be able to shoot your opponents that much further away. And each pellet does so much damage that you're really not going to be getting as many hit markers as you thought you were, even if you're having steady aim. Once you get that nice range niche that I'm talking about, once you get into a groove of things, you're going to know at what distance you can kill your opponents. Now, if you're not using steady aim, I would recommend sit rep, and just so you could spot enemy claymores, IMSs, bouncing betties, such and such. If you're going to be using sit rep, use damage. Your range is definitely going to be hindered by that fact, but popping around that corner with damage, with the bullet spreading so far, you can get double, even triple shots. I've managed to get a triple shot or triple kill with one shot a couple of times, and it's very satisfying, and just sit rep is the added benefit. So that was it. Damage or range, go ahead and use attack insert, any type of launcher except the stinger, sleight of hand, quick draw, and then steady aim or sit rep. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, let me know how this class works out and your suggestions and your reasonings. I would love to hear back from you guys. So that's it. I'm going to get on out of here.